Hey, it's your old pal Slim, and this is 70mm, a podcast for movie lovers just like you. Disclaimer at the top of this show, we're not experts. Please remember that. We're not experts, but we do love watching movies. With me each and every episode is my close friend and artist, Danny Haas.
Hello.
And our close friend and movie insider, Prote.
Stop the world. I want to get on.
Every movie that we cover is connected to a theme for that month, and this time it's Tape Deck Month. We're only choosing movies that have already been covered by our family of podcasts, friends of ours. And you can use the chapters in your podcast app to skip right to our main discussion. This week it's Danny's pick from 2005 and director Susan Stroman, The Producers. The big news, the big story this week. Prote, are you on Blue Sky? Do you use Blue Sky at all? Do you know what that is?
I do have an account. Yes, I do know what Blue Sky is. It is a social media platform for sending sentences out into the ether, hoping that maybe someone reads what you wrote. I do have Blue Sky. I do.
Breaking news, just updated and added emoji reactions in DMs.
Wow. That's hot. That's really important
They're really
news
moving
right now.
the needle over there.
How many emojis are you sending in your DMs on Blue Sky?
That's a personal question. That's not a public question.
It's just us here.
Not for recording. The real story tonight is that we will be revealing the next 4 movies that will be releasing only to patrons in the coming months. We have a system in place. Our patrons get exclusive episodes that are only for them. And our interns tier, which is $10 a month, they throw movie suggestions into what we call the cage. And Proto has built this cage, this evil technology that chooses movies for the show. And Proto, you've wheeled it out tonight. You have it open. It's greased up. And you told us that it's ready to select the next 4 movies for patrons.
Yeah, I've been greasing it all day, and I hate this technology. I hate this evil thing that I created. But here we are.
While you're getting it ready, I can talk about maybe the last couple that we've done just for patrons. Okja just dropped. Was released to patrons. Fletch, Old Joy, The Quick and the Dead, and just before that, we did Survive Style 5, Minari, Big Trouble in Little China, and The Last Emperor. So that's just a taste of what's available in the 70mm vault.
Stephen Yin only going to be in our vault.
Yeah, what's up with that?
His filmography.
Wow.
Only living in our vault.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Yikes! I hear the machine. I hear the grease moving around.
Yeah. I did a warm-up ball here to just get it warmed up. And now I'm going to be spinning the cage.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Getting our
nervous. I hope the kids are locked away for this.
Yeah. Oh gosh, this is like Hellraiser part 6.
What if somebody submitted that for a movie?
It would be amazing. Oh, well, we don't have Hellraiser Part 6, but we do have from Scott in the Discord, Rookie of the Year.
Yo, baseball's back, baby.
Baseball's back.
Hello.
Rookie of the Year.
Finally. 1993.
It's huge.
The Chicago Cubs needed a miracle. They got Henry Rowan-Gartner.
Hey, yeah.
Gary Busey's in this. I forgot about that.
Perfect.
Oh, my God.
Perfect.
Great selection. Fantastic.
We're off to a good start here. I have the ball number 42. Oh, boy. It's finally happened.
Oh, no.
Our friend Trainer gets his moment.
He's
His
asleep
pick
in
from
chat.
1988, The Burbs.
Oh my god.
Okay. Wow.
Absolute garbage.
We're getting some
movie.
bangers here. Did you say garbage? Oh my gosh.
We'll get into it.
Tom
Save it for
Hanks,
the
Bruce Dern, the comedy legend, and none other than Carrie Fisher, Danny. The
My queen.
Burbs.
My queen.
Okay. Ball number 3.
Uh-oh.
I've got number 35. Oh my gosh, another
Trainer?
big one here. This is from our friend Brandon.
Uh-oh.
He just updated this pick recently. 1990s Total Recall.
Oh my
crap.
god. In the vault.
What?
That's huge.
That's, yeah. I mean, is this not even allowed?
This is unbelievable. I can't even, I'm speechless at this pick.
Speechless.
They stole his mind. Now he wants it back. The master back on the show, Paul Verhoeven. The greatest science fiction director of all time, question mark?
That's a great
We'll
question.
settle the score.
And finally, oh my gosh, I am so excited for this one. A movie I've never seen from, some say the most important cult director of all time, Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown.
Oh my
Oh my God.
What the hell?
This feels rigged. These are like the
It
best
does feel
forties
rigged.
in Cage
What
history. I've never seen Jackie Brown, I don't think.
me either.
I mean, I have it marked. I'm removing this. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, I once started it. I watched like the first 10 minutes, but our friend on Discord, on the Patreon, Vincent Vega, I mean, isn't that the name of
What?
the Pulp Fiction character?
That's a surname. That can't be real. Vinny
yeah,
Vega.
this is his handle.
Wasn't that also
handle.
a Street Fighter character? Vega?
I think it's just
He
Vega.
had like the
Yeah.
Wolverine claw.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think it was vegan.
that's my custom character name. Vegan. That's an Oakja callback, folks. Check out that episode.
Fantastic moment.
Well, I'm confident in saying those were the best 4 picks in the history of the cage. Back to back to back to back.
Yeah,
That's insane.
just getting better.
Let me pull. I just added these to a list here. So we have Rookie of the Year coming next. That's probably going to be May. The Burbs, June. Total Recall, July. Oh my God, Summertime Watch. What if? Oh my God, just thinking about that one. I was like, what if that's our next meetup movie? But too late. And then Jackie Brown. I mean, what if we make an Arnold movie, like the meetup movie? What Arnold movie could we do before Labor Day? T2, Brandon suggests.
Twins.
Batman and Robin. What if Batman and Robin was
Shit.
the
That'd be
meetup
awesome.
movie?
That'd be fun.
That would be really fun. Something to think about. No comment from Danny on that. Danny is not
Sorry,
happy.
I'm just stunned in
Are
chat.
you working right now? Are you working?
Grace in chat, I've never seen an Arnold movie. So I was stunned. I was stun locked in what I was reading in chat and live
I
chat.
will stop the show right now.
I was just, locked. I can't believe what I read.
This is the time. This is why we do it.
Yeah.
This is why we do it. Okay? We're getting
truth
across
was
thresholds
stunning.
together.
Holy crap, this Arnold GIF, it's like
It goes on forever.
the FPS. It's like 60
That's
FPS.
120 hertz right there. My
This is what we
laptop is
paid for
melting.
Discord for.
Okay, so those are the movies upcoming. Just real quick, I wanted to shout out Ben for making the 70mm wiki. The 70mm wiki is incredible. I'm not sure if anyone has gone to 70mmpod.com. There's a link to it. It's also just 70mm.wiki. Good heavens, the amount of work that Ben has put into this thing. It's got our ratings. It's got whose host pick the movie was. It's got the art. It's got the ratings. How many villagers have seen the movie? Where
It's
to
got the ratings.
watch it? Where to buy the print? Where to listen to it? It's amazing.
Crazy.
People need to check this site out, please. We watched a lot of movies this week. Danny watched a lot of Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, I had to work on the weekend, so I needed something on to keep my spirits up. So I watched the original trilogy in 4K. Just stunning stuff. Just some stunning stuff in 4K.
You watched the approved 4Ks, the officially licensed 4Ks. Is that right?
Yes. I didn't watch the, whatever those are called, 4K 88s or something. Which, not those.
Right.
Had a great time watching it this weekend. The other movie I watched from Stanley Kramer from 1959, On the Beach. And I only found this movie because I was looking at old movie posters. I had just bought the Maltese Falcon original movie poster at a estate sale. So I was digging into movie posters. I saw this On the Beach movie poster with Gregory Peck, Ava Gardner, Fred Astaire, Anthony Perkins. Had never heard of it, but it's a really rad kind of lo-fi sci-fi story. In 1964, the atomic war wipes out humanity in the Northern Hemisphere. And so this one submarine survives, and they kind of set up shop on like an island. Not like an island, but I guess right off of in Australia. And it was really a really rad story, except it was 134 minutes of a 1959 movie. It just got long, like real long, but I really liked it. And in the middle of this movie, one of the guys on the island is like rebuilding this Ferrari race car. And they have like a Grand Prix with the people who were left on, who aren't dead from the nuclear fallout. So they just have this Grand Prix race. But the race itself, honestly, it looked like some of the most reckless filmmaking I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure someone died in filming this car chase. There was these explosions were blowing my mind. And I didn't see the people get out of the cars. It was impressive. It was like really well shot, and it was like the cinematography of the car, the race was rad, but I was worried for a second there.
Which poster did you see? Because it has a few cool ones.
It's the one. It's where Ava Gardner's standing on the beach, like looking out, and it's got Gregory Peck, and I think it's also Gregory Peck and her kissing. The sun, like the red and yellow.
That one with the clouds is pretty cool
poster.
too, with like the shadows of the people walking.
Yeah, that was a rad one too. It was just, it caught my attention, and then I just realized it was like a really wild story. It's crazy to watch Anthony Perkins and just him be normal in a film, and not from Psycho. But he's great.
Anthony Perkins movie that's been on my watch list for a while. Let me see what it is. Is it The Trial?
Also, this movie is bleak. It has a very bleak ending.
The Trial from Orson Welles. Been meaning to
that's
watch
like
this
his
for a long time.
second ranked movie after Psycho on Letterboxd.
There you go.
One day. So that's all I've watched.
Isaac became a patron this week, and Corey became an intern. Just want to shout them out. They got access to our uncut episodes, our Discord, and discounts on merch if folks are into that. There's been some new hats added and some shirts too to our merch store. Alt Mania finally added to the store for all those alt heads out there.
It's a good shirt.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Not one sale.
Shades of Hogtober and Sexual Michael Douglas month.
Yeah.
Of the
We've been here before.
Talk being more than meets the eye. Proto, did you watch anything you want to talk about?
No, I didn't watch any movies. But I've been watching some TV, I guess.
Okay.
Finished White Lotus.
Okay.
Which I did release a UFO on our Patreon for, if anybody wanted to hear my thoughts on the finale.
Did you do a Walton Goggins impression? I haven't listened to it because I haven't watched the season.
Is Walton Goggins on this season?
Yeah.
Walton Goggins
is everywhere.
Right?
He is. Yeah, he's the Chris Pratt of TV right now.
It's only a matter of time before the tide turns on Walton Goggins, unfortunately. That's just what happens in today's day and age.
But yeah, I mean, he owns Sunday night because it was White Lotus at 9:00, and then 9:30 the Righteous Gemstones episode comes out, which he also is. He has manhandled that show. They're eating out of his palm.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a confession to make. Everybody's hyping up this show, The PITT, on another show on Max.
Here we go.
And I had no plans of watching this show because I'm pretty much anti whatever kind of show that is. Like Law and Order, SVU, any of these weekly dramas. Yeah, medical dramas, Grey's Anatomy, any of that kind of stuff. I'm just like, I'm not interested at all. But my boy, Noah Wiley, who I watched.
Your boy.
I watched his ER eps back in the day with my mom. Vivid memories of watching ER with her. And it's like, all right, this is his this is his moment to. And I was like, so while I'm folding laundry, I put the show on. And man, it's like crack cocaine.
Jesus.
The show. It's just like nonstop. They just feed you. You're in this ER and people are coming in with, they've got things going on and their hearts are stopping. You see legs torn up by subway rails. I mean, someone had a torsion in their testicle. I mean, it's very compelling stuff. And as you're watching it, you just kind of can't look away. But then they also get you with like these emotional moments. I mean, me and my wife Jenna, we're sitting down watching it, and like you're watching someone like have to come to the realization that they have to like say goodbye to one of their parents. Spoilers.
Jesus.
But this is real life, and I'm just tears streaming down my face, and I feel in a way like I'm being emotionally manipulated by the show, which I don't like.
Trauma porn.
Yeah, which I like that show. This Is Us. Jenna, was into that.
I ripcord that so fast.
Oh my God, I hated that show because it was just emotional manhandling. And I think you could say the same for this show, but for whatever reason, I accept it.
Okay, for Wiley.
I thought you were going to take a dump on it the way you said you had a confession about PITT.
Yeah, that was good.
Like I was waiting for the cheeks to open up.
No. My confession is that I'm having a good time.
They were open for another reason.
Wow.
Not even sure how to engage with that. So I refuse. The PITT. Yeah, it's been on my potential list, but there's just too much going on. There's too much.
Too much.
There's new Black Mirror. I mean, I haven't watched seasons 1 through whatever, but there's a new Black Mirror out.
Casey and I have been binging Shrinking. Have you guys watched Shrinking?
I think I heard you talk about Shrinking on another podcast somewhere.
I'm bringing it up here now. Harrison Ford is electric in Shrinking. He's exactly who I want to be when I'm that age. Just grumpy, still funny, still got it, sexy,
Yeah.
Love Harrison.
There's a lot of TV that's
so
popular right now.
Good TV.
Imagine if Letterboxd had TV shows. Can you imagine it?
Yeah.
Someday.
One day they'll answer an email.
I don't know what that means either. I'm not going to respond to that.
That's all I've been emailing about is
about TV.
Yeah,
you're probably emailing you don't want TV. I remember hearing you go on a rant about TV.
I would never.
So long ago.
I can't wait to see every episode of Survivor logged on Letterboxd. It's going to be a blast.
You think we would just force you to watch everyone's logs on TV? You think we'd do that? Okay.
I was forced to see all these challengers logs.
Well, I can't stop that. Those people were horny for challengers. There's nothing horny about that movie. But a disclaimer, I'm a Letterboxd employee. I don't speak for Letterboxd. Okay? Just take that into account.
I'm speaking for Letterboxd.
That's an official statement.
Boy. I had something else I was going to pivot into, but it's lost. Just a reminder, first time we'll mention in this episode, The Producers is our main course. We're going to get to it just mere moments, bottom of the hour. A lot of people excited for us to get into this. We mentioned it pre-show, but Matthew Broderick canonized in the film community. That's a Catholic thing that I learned. Saints are really only for Catholics.
You still didn't explain that to me.
It's when you live your life serving others to the point where you become a saint, and the Catholic Church recognizes it. Like you are a saint, a literal saint.
Yeah.
Do you also have to have a
miracle?
A miracle, yeah.
Yeah, you have to have like proof that you performed like a miracle or a few miracles.
Oh, so these
That's
definitely canonized because this movie got made. It's a miracle this movie was made.
Ferris Bueller's original release was one miracle.
Uh-huh.
I think the VHS release was 2. And then there was a re-release in LA at one point. That was the 3rd one.
Him not getting jail time for...
We don't have time to get into whatever Danny's saying right now. In fact, don't even listen. Distraction. Before we get into the producers, I will say that I finished the Lord of the Rings trilogy after my trip. I watched the Two Towers and then Return of the King. And
Excellent.
I'm still trying to find time for us to go back to our episodes because I know we had a lot of fun talking about those 3 movies. It was a pivotal moment in the show's history. But the 4K that I watched of Return of the King probably should have been thrown in Mordor.
Wow.
There's no way they should have released that movie in 4K. I think it might be one of the worst 4K restorations I've seen in modern memory.
We can record again if you want about
Should we do it again? One more
back.
time. I don't know what it is. It's just like, I don't know if I ignored the 4K shenanigans in the first one, maybe because like a lot of it's indoors or the way it's shot.
Yeah.
So one thing I realized in the first movie, everything is like a extreme close-up of a character. There's almost like no far away shots. It's just always up someone's nose. But Return of the King, I guess the locations, it's just like, ew.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of daytime shots for those battle scenes.
A lot of daytime.
Mm-hmm. So I'm finished the journey, and I'll say this right now. This is a public statement. I have suggested to these 2 that we do the Hobbit trilogy on this show. I have made the suggestion.
Yeah. What was our response?
I don't reveal DMs.
How many emojis did we give that?
But I can tell you I came up with a potential name for that month. But we don't have to get into it. Just saying. Could be fun. Could be fun.
It would be a blast. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah. We also didn't talk about Minecraft. I saw Minecraft.
Yeah.
In theaters with my boy.
Record-breaking movie.
Movies are back. It's making money. It's getting families into theaters, experiencing cinema.
What more could you
all
want?
Around.
What more could you want?
I don't know. Even my to the point where like James was begging to go to McDonald's this weekend to get the Minecraft Happy Meal.
We got it.
You got it? Which one did you get?
We were there today.
You were there? So which toys did you guys get in your meals?
I think it was the Momoa toy. Is there a Jason toy? I thought George said it was Jason Momoa.
So you unlocked the Momoa skin in the game?
I don't know. Did he?
Were you paying attention at all during this lunch and this Happy Meal purchase?
I have 7 kids. I can't.
Danny on social autopilot at McDonald's when this was happening.
I can't.
Let me go to Proto
track.
instead. Proto, how was your experience?
I know the Happy Meal box was a sheep.
Okay. Both my kids, they got the Happy Meal, and they got the evoker creature that came. Now, something I will say, in the McDonald's app, they say there's a normal Minecraft meal, but it wasn't available. And I'm like, oh, boys, it's not available. And they're like, and he's like, no, Dad, that's the adult Minecraft meal. Go to the Happy Meal. So I went to the Happy Meal. But there's some kind of like adult like Whopper meal or something that has like a Minecraft.
You mean
that's
Big
like
Mac,
Minecraft
Big
thing.
Mac.
Big Mac, whatever.
I don't want anyone attacking Pro for that statement.
He's got 7 kids.
So and they got it too. I don't know what you're talking about either, about some skin.
Thank you, Proto.
Really?
Fortnite skin.
Jesus
we got the
Christ.
Nug meal and it came with Minecraft skins. And did you at least get this block with your meal?
Yeah, ours was gray.
And
No,
James
I didn't
got
get any blocks.
So I gave James
That's the toy.
both the cards, but you get a card as well, and it has an unlockable skin.
Oh, that's
You
cool.
must have got the adult
that's the adult
meal.
But anyway, the card is like pretty cool. It's like a hologram lenticular thing.
Oh,
so I told
nice.
James we got to get like a sleeve for this thing. It looks pretty sweet.
I like that on the back of the fry container. It had the like crafting materials and how to make a fry in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. He wanted the Grimace skin, but we did not get Grimace. We had 2 opportunities. We got the same one.
You have to go back
You got to go back.
every week.
I mean, it was busy. We went to the drive-thru. We had the same thing. He wanted the Minecraft meal, so I opened up the app. This is really uncut talk. We're talking about McDonald's, so people needed to wait for the rest of this conversation. It'll be worth it, I promise. Because we have to get into the producers. 2005. This is why everyone's here tonight. Nathan Lane, Matt Broderick, Susan Stroman, Will Ferrell,
Uma Thurman.
Uma. People waiting for us to finally cover the producers 2005 on this show. They've been waiting since 2021 when we started this podcast. Or is it 2020? Prote, what's this movie all about?
Max Bialystok is a floundering Broadway producer who has a cockamamie scheme. Raise $2 million to produce the cheapest and worst musical possible and then pocket the extra moolah. He recruits accountant Leo Bloom so that he can have a partner for the musical numbers. And they hire Uma Thurman to squash their heads between her thighs. After locating the nearest neo-Nazi, they buy a play called Springtime for Hitler, which celebrates the infamous dictator. No American would like that, right? Right? Well, what's a hit and what's a miss might get screwy in this wild ride of a screenplay turned musical theater turned Hollywood production starring Matthew Broderick, the producers.
2005, where were you, Danny, in 2005? What were you doing?
I don't know, actually.
Were you
2005.
working at the comic shop? Did you own the comic shop around that?
By that time? I can't remember. Maybe.
He doesn't even remember what he was
Is that
doing when his
13
kids were
years
getting
ago?
Minecraft Happy Meals this weekend.
Socially bankrupt.
No, in 2005, I don't know what I was doing. Just being me, you know? Being
Yeah.
a real one.
Being a real one. I just typed in 2005 into Google Photos. I had my Dodge Ram
You had a
Hemi.
Dodge Ram?
Yeah. This was,
That thing got a Hemi?
look at this thing. You don't even
Show
know
me.
what my monthly payments were like. I was young,
Yeah.
young, dumb.
And
And here's the photo I just posted in chat. Look at that bad boy.
that thing is sexy. That's
You
some
own
like
that?
Walker, Texas Ranger shit right there.
Yeah, it was dreamy. You know what camera I took with that?
Talk to
Sony
me.
Ericsson W800i. Let's go.
Yeah.
You're probably still paying interest on that car.
I was in a real bad way with that truck, folks. But I maybe knew about the Mel Brooks movie, but just no kind of like memory of this particular movie coming out or the stage show. But as I was watching it, I had like this, why do I know this story? Because I'd never seen the movie. The only reason I knew of this story is
If you say The
because
Simpsons.
no, close enough though. In Curb Your Enthusiasm, there's a season where Larry and Mel cast Larry David to be in this movie as the lead
Oh my God.
alongside David Schwimmer.
Jeez.
And he's so bad at it. And it's later revealed, like during the course of the season, that Mel casts Larry David because he's tired of the show and he wants the show to end. He's trying to, the producers, his own show. And then it backfires because people love that Larry is like so terrible in the role and it like is a success. It's
Oh,
really
that's funny.
Proto, what about you?
Yeah, I do have a recollection of the I think the stage play and it kind of exploding in popularity. I read that it won 10 Tonys, I guess, and it was like the first to win that many in 1 year.
Yeah.
So I do remember the hype around that and the movie coming out, but that was as far as it went because at the time I was like not interested in musicals and knew nothing about any of it.
Yeah, I think the show is I mean, we're not Broadway heads. But I think this show was like legendary
Mm-hmm.
with how popular it was.
Which starred Matthew and Nathan.
That's true. The magic started there, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear it. We have a VM from Kenzo, co-host of Austin Danger Pod. Let's play that VM now before we get into our discussion.
Hello, Kenzo here.
Uh-oh.
I just wanted to send a voicemail about tonight because I sense how the tides are turning. I've been watching the 1-star, the 2-star, the DNF reviews, rolling in all week. I understand. I just wanted to come in here and say, I love the producers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the image of that man standing up in his little shirt and jacket. And I'm saying, I love the producers. Uma Thurman is gorgeous. Nathan Lane is hilarious.
And gorgeous.
Matthew Broderick is a goober. I loved this movie as a teenager. A lot of my inside jokes with my best friends came from this movie. And there will always be a deep part of my heart that really loves it. Gary Beach, innocent. Keep it gay. Love you guys. Bye.
I like how it sounded like Kenzo is in a closet or bathroom hiding from potentially Rachel recording this VM. Thank you, Kenzo, for your truth. Live your truth. We say it all the time. This is a safe space.
Well, I mean, I picked this because of ADP and because of Kenzo's 5-star. So glad she left a voicemail for us. I'll never make that mistake again.
Sad to say, Kenzo's picks have been banned from this podcast. Gary Beach was in the stage version as well.
Yeah.
Did not realize that. Roger.
I think the main only Uma's character wasn't the one that was on Broadway. I can't remember what I read.
We
did
mentioned
2,500 performances.
That's a lot.
And 12 Tony
It's too many.
Awards. Bonkers.
That's a lot. We mentioned him at the top of the show. Broderick.
Yeah.
Should we do a Mount Rushmore of Matthew Broderick movies? Top 3, if we're carving the mountain of Broadsy. What's up there for you?
Me?
Danny? Yeah.
Bueller's, War Games, Lion King.
That was like instantaneous.
It's easy.
It's not up for discussion. That's
Easy.
how quick it happened.
Jeez.
Proto?
Jeez. I'll say, Godzilla to me is the Matthew Broderick movie.
Hell yes.
That's his magnum opus. That was his moment. And he'll never top it. War Games is fine. I think I'll stop at 2. Yeah. I don't really count Lion King. Come on. It's just voice work. That doesn't count.
Who is
Just
he in
voice
Lion King?
work.
I don't even know who he is.
Simba.
Simba.
Oh, really?
And amazingly, Nathan Lane also playing Timon.
Timon, yeah.
I thought Simba was, maybe I'm thinking of young Simba.
It's young Simba.
Jonathan Taylor
It's
Thomas.
Jonathan Taylor, yeah.
I have no memory of adult Simba, I guess.
What? I'm picking that the next opportunity I get.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'm going to throw in The Cable Guy
Okay.
up there. And even though I gave it 1 star, I'm also going to throw out Godzilla
Okay.
because it's an important historical artifact.
Tentpole in cinema.
And we've covered that movie. So if people want to listen to us discuss that movie, you can do so. Was that
When I
Black
think
Busted
about that
month?
movie, I don't know. What did we do for that month?
I don't know. Sorry, what were you going to say?
For some reason, I think about Nickelback when I think about that movie. Was there a Nickelback song in that movie?
Oh my God, the soundtrack was just out of control.
I think about Nickelback. I don't know why.
Godzilla movie soundtrack. The Wallflowers, Rage
Okay.
Against the Machine, Fuel,
Okay. This is a banging
Ben
soundtrack.
Folds, Jamiroquai,
Oh my
Foo
God.
Fighters, Green Day,
Okay.
Silverchair. That might be what you're thinking of. and then Jimmy
Tell me.
Page and Diddy. So
Oh no.
I'm not even sure you can sell the Godzilla album anymore
Might need to cut that.
with that track on there.
It's rough.
All right, so this is Danny's pick. You get to lead off the discussion for episode 259.
Pass. I don't even know where to begin with this. This is one of those movies where I made it about 10 minutes in and I wanted to crawl out of my skin. I was the secondhand embarrassment from what I was watching. And I love Nathan Lane to death. I love him in Birdcage. But there was, I couldn't with this movie. There was something off the whole time and it was driving me absolutely nuts. Maybe it was the weird theater-like sets that were so small and like felt like a stage play, but not really in a good way. And honestly, also, I don't know what Matthew was doing in this film besides showing up and hopefully remembering lines in his blankie. I don't even have a point. I'm baffled by this movie because I don't know if I've ever seen a movie that made me feel bored but embarrassed at the same time. I just wanted to go to bed when it was on, and it was a long movie.
It's 5 hours long.
There were moments where I like cracked a smile, maybe at a Nazi joke at one point. The swastika, like I like your swastika, or whatever they said about them wearing swastikas or something. I don't know, but man, what a slog and boring movie.
Dang.
2 stars. Let's get out of here.
We'll see everybody next week for Tampopo.
Oh, I can't wait for next week. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to be so down on it, but man, I was not expecting this because I had seen this before. And when I think about producer, I was like, yeah, I laughed a lot at this movie. It was funny, right? So I was kind of excited about picking it again, but holy shit. This movie baffles me, especially when you think of the history of, what Mel Brooks did and then the Broadway show and how huge it was. And then now you'd think this would be a slam dunk for a movie with the main cast as well.
Mm-hmm.
But God.
Prote?
Well,
Where to start?
yeah, where can you start? I could have sworn when I looked at this movie last week that it was 90 minutes long. So when I sat down and I saw that this comedy musical was over 2 hours long, applauds.
And we had to buy it.
And then, the first 10 minutes, it's like I'm like already overstimulated.
Oh my God.
Like Nathan Lane, like how much coke can you be on? And I'm thinking, I've got 2 hours of this. Like I wasn't sure if I was going to make it either. And I made the mistake. I waited until last night to start it. So I was up against the wall.
Same.
I had no choice.
Me too.
And it felt like if I could have had like a day to like cut it in half and been like, okay, maybe, I can handle this. But one full shot, folks, this is not usually how I roll. And then like when Matthew Broderick, that whole scene.
You're talking about the first 10 minutes still.
That was the hardest part. Whatever was happening in Nathan Lane's apartment with him with his blankie, him having like a panic attack. I don't even. Someone needs to explain. I need a documentary on this scene alone as to what they were thinking. What was Matthew thinking? Because it was confounding. I will say though, I think after that part, I think I had a better time than Danny for sure. I thought it was pretty funny.
3-star time?
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. This isn't final thoughts. I was just in a mood.
I had to finish this over like 4 separate viewings. I think I just wasn't expecting such a theatrical version. Like this feels like the identical version that's on what I assume is on the stage version. Like everyone being so over the top, exaggerated. It just feels like what I would see in a Broadway show in terms of action. Not that I'm a Broadway expert, folks. Please don't come at me with your pitchforks about Broadway. I'm just one man trying to make it in this world. But Nathan Lane, love Nathan Lane. Nobody on this show loves Nathan Lane more than I do. I've been saying that for years.
You can have that.
But I could not stomach what I was seeing on screen at any point with Nathan Lane. Like people were saying like Nathan Lane knocking out of the park. I can't do it.
What park?
I couldn't do it. Matthew Broderick, it's dreadful. It's dreadful. The viewing experience is dreadful. And I'm sorry, everyone worked so hard on this movie.
Did they?
Susan Stroman was like the director of the Broadway show. Tony winning. Everyone Tony winning. Record setting. But I just could not. Like, I kept checking the clock, the songs and dance numbers. No. Anytime Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane are together, no. I can't do it. And Uma Thurman appears. Uma, top of her game.
My God.
In what world would she have sex with either Nathan Lane or Matthew Broderick? Are you kidding me? There's no way.
Listen.
I wanted to knock them both out. I was so disturbed by the idea of Uma Thurman having sexual intercourse with either one of them. So yes, initial viewing, not great for this. And we haven't even gotten into anything else. The Will Ferrell of it all.
Do we need to?
We haven't even gotten into the Gary Beach. Gary Beach as Hitler, as the star.
Oh,
Real quick, I didn't give out a free year of Patreon this week. Why don't we just pause there for a moment? I haven't been doing this. My memory failing. I need to start taking ginkgo biloba to recharge my memory. But if you tag your review 70mm pod moving forward, I'll be on the lookout. Clarence watched The Producers.
Last
2
year?
stars. Matthew Broderick really spent the early 2000s looking at great leading man musical performance and going, yeah, I could probably do that. I mean, maybe we're wrong because this is winning Tonys out the ass for these people. Anyway, that's a free year of Patreon for Clarence. I'll give out another one for Tombstone. 4.5 stars.
Okay.
Jacob watched Tombstone. That really holds up. The mustaches, the hats, Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, Sam Elliott. This could not be done better today. You just got a free year of Patreon.
Okay. Retroactive.
I did laugh, though, at the posters in Nathan Lane's office. There was a poster for King Lear. Did you catch that one? And he's literally leering on the poster. That was funny.
It's funny.
I mean, the Breaking Wind poster, too. That's great.
Yeah, I have that written down, too. That was funny. Prote, top of your list for The Producers.
That's still the first 10 minutes.
Well, let's see. I feel like you got to talk about the performances.
Okay.
Maybe some more. I'm going to come to the defense of Uma because I'm seeing a lot of hate in the reviews for Uma.
Really?
Yeah, and
Really?
I don't feel that way. I like Uma in this. I think she's great. Well, first of all, is Uma really 6'5"?
I think she's tall.
I think Matthew and Nathan are really 4'10".
Yeah.
Okay.
4'10"
Because
if they're lucky.
If they're
she's like an absolute unit in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know which song it is, and I'm not going to look it up. But when she's like
unit.
her song Absolute Unit when she's in their apartment office. That number, her dance there, like her body and the things that she's doing, I was really impressed by that.
Yeah.
Like I love that whole number. I thought she was, I don't know, I think she's really fun. She's goofy. She like fits into the movie. I mean, she's not as goofy as Matthew, thank God. I think she knew when to reel it in a little bit. But even like her little accent, I love come at 11. I mean, hilarious.
Yeah, I love Uma Thurman. I'd love to take her out for milkshakes one day. Just hang out, chat as friends. Love Uma. She's gorgeous in this movie.
Yeah.
No comments from Danny on it.
No, yeah, I have nothing else to say. Love Uma.
Danny doesn't even want to talk about
She
this
looked
movie
great.
for one more minute.
No, I do. We haven't even gotten to Will Ferrell yet.
Do we have to? Kevin, chat, have they even said the name Gary Beach yet?
How many times have we said Gary Beach?
I can't stop saying
say
Gary
it
Beach.
enough.
It's the Gary Beach special. We've been talking about him nonstop. I think that was another, like, in terms of unexpected performances, Gary Beach, I mean, I should say, I have not seen the original producers, the movie. Maybe that's another caveat.
Should we do that next week?
You haven't. I'm guessing
God,
none of us have.
No.
I mean, the Spotify comments we're going to get about not having seen the original.
No one listens on Spotify.
So I didn't know what to expect. I didn't really know the story too much. I don't know. I'm guessing Gary Beach is maybe that character is the same way in the original, but I had no idea. So when he came out flamboyant, it was all hell. I was like, man, what is going on in this movie? This is not what I was expecting. So I did love his performance when it finally happens on stage and the crowd is leaving and they see his performance as Hitler and they're like, oh, okay, maybe this isn't so bad now. So I thought that was pretty good. Like the reveal of with the turn of like why this could potentially be a successful show. So Gary Beach was great, I thought.
I liked the scene with him and when they were all the actors were trying to pretend to be Hitler. All the auditions to play Hitler. I thought that was a really funny scene. His interactions with them was funny. That's about it.
The Keep It Gay number is, I thought it was amazing. I thought it was hilarious. I think the writing of the songs in this, the lyrics are really funny. Scott, the choreographer who comes through in that scene, was also hilarious. The guy with the bulge, strutting around. There was something about getting a Tony, some kind of joke. I can't remember. I just wrote it down on my notes. That was funny. But yeah, I found like that whole bit really funny. And yeah, Gary Beach, when he came out as Hitler and just like gave that little smirk and like curtsy or whatever. Hilarious.
Yeah. I just found my note about Uma again. These losers are going to have sex with her? ? Danny, next on your list.
Proto, next on your list. I honestly don't know what else to say about this movie. I really didn't like it.
What's on your honorable mentions? What do you have written down?
Well, I have Will Ferrell written down. We can go on to him. This is like prime Will Ferrell. I don't like. I don't really love Will to begin with. And this was a lot. This was a lot of Will. He was needed. I don't even know what he needed to maybe not to be in this film. I don't even know. I don't know.
This might have been the beginning of the end for Will, because I'm looking at his filmography and he had quite a run where he was like the most popular comedian ever of all time. Funny man. So he had, let's see, Anchorman.
Was this after Anchorman or before?
Kicking and Screaming came out after that. Bewitched, which was like, a big mainstream thing. Wedding Crashers, uncredited. And then The Producers. Curious George.
Yep.
Talladega Nights was probably his last hurrah. Stranger Than Fiction. The ice skating movie. Semi-Pro. So we're kind of on the downswing. Then Step Brothers, maybe a little bit of a rebound. And then Land of the Lost. And then I think it's kind of over after that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Didn't like him. And I feel like he was supposed to maybe make it really funny. But I was already at a point where if anyone was going to annoy me more in this film, it was going to be Will Ferrell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was so much of like 2005, let's get Will Ferrell in this movie to do the Will Ferrell thing. Because it doesn't even feel like he's playing a role. It's like, hey, let's get the hot comedian in here to do the thing that he does, right? And it's just Will Ferrell, yelling at the camera for however many minutes.
Right.
And yeah, like coming back to I never really loved that whole thing that he does. I love more I think the characters that he would create around that, his acting. But this is just, it's so in your face on top of everything else that's going on in this movie.
Proto, next on your list?
Oh, man. I mean, I can't get over Matthew Broderick in this movie. It's I don't know. How do you do 2,400 performances of this musical and then not even seem to have an understanding of who your character is while you're doing the movie? It felt like his character, the tone and the personality was almost shifting. It was like he was a split personality or something. And the reactions, was it supposed to be funny when he's freaking out,
I think
holding
so.
a blankie? It was just so bad.
This was 2,401 for Matthew. He was finished.
He did 2,400 performances.
I don't know if he did all of those. That's how long the show ran.
Oh, okay. Matthew.
We have to redeem him on the show at some point.
Ferris. That's what people want.
We have
It's
to.
either Ferris or Total Recall or a mystery movie for the meetup. That's it. That's all that can happen.
Pass.
I don't have a ton of notes. I have John Lovett's goated. It's one of my notes. I didn't even know he was in this. John Lovett's innocent.
I don't even know who's guilty at this point.
I thought one of my notes was I thought it was halfway done, but I was only 40 minutes in the movie. Plus, there's also that whole Nathan Lane prison thing.
Oh my God.
That whole song and dance number. There's so much left still.
It's Paddington homage.
One thing I did like is the set pieces at the end. I did like the kind of theatrical set pieces that were kind of obviously sets in the city. You had the big lights of the shows. I thought that stuff was gorgeous. That
really,
production design was awesome.
It reminded me of Singing in the Rain. So then I was like, I'd rather watch that right now.
Imagine Matthew Broderick in Singing in the Rain in a remake with Nathan Lane.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, that set where his name, Leo Bloom, is on the steps in lights. And then it's his name is everywhere on the stage. That was actually really cool.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before where the name is spelled in the light bulbs on the steps. That looked amazing.
Yeah. Susan has the juice. She's got the history.
Yeah.
Choreographer, director, Tony winning legend. I don't have anything else. Probably at 2 stars for the producers. The vibes were off almost immediately, unfortunately. But I'm glad we got to do it tonight, together for Tape Deck Month. Mosh,
we should do
what's Mosh? Why is no one coming for Mosh? What did Mosh say in chat? How far do I have to? I've
We
never
should
seen
do,
Ferris Bueller.
I don't.
No one cares.
I didn't say that. That was Proto.
I can't
was
believe
Danny.
Danny said that.
God.
Proto, closing thoughts, honorable mentions, anything left that we haven't covered yet?
I guess I found this funnier than you guys because I thought a lot of things were funny.
You must have.
Just at face value too. Even Hamlet being renamed Funny Boy.
Funny boy. Yeah, that was good.
Virgin Milkmaid and Well Hung Stable Boy.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
Him, Nathan Lane doing that little bit with the old ladies. I thought that was funny.
That's gross.
Nathan Lane with a Citizen Kane homage with that jacket and scarf.
Yeah.
I thought if you squinted a little bit, Matthew Broderick looked like Elon Musk. He's got like the little beady eyes and like the pale skin.
Not the body though. That's the
stomach.
problem.
He's got like the inverted upper
doesn't.
chest.
If you want to go back, put on the producers again and squint a little bit. You'll see it.
Oh, jeez.
There's more to me than me. That was a good line. I like that. Is Uma that tall? Uma is a unit, holy gourd. Even though we are sitting down, we are giving you a standing ovation. Hello.
It's a good line.
Yeah. I mean, these theater cats, they're very sexual.
Yeah.
Very sexual. That's what I'm gathering from theater.
If we learned anything, Heil and myself. That was funny. And I liked Nathan Lane in this. He's over the top and he's extra.
Yeah.
But I don't think I really got too tired of it. I found this funny enough, even though it's over 2 hours long. I was laughing from beginning to end.
Wow. Okay.
Laughing enough. It was fueling me in between the Will Ferrell intermissions. So I'm at 3 stars.
There you go.
So we can put the quote up on the poster. Proto for the producers. I laughed enough.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. I laughed enough.
Quote, Uma is a unit.
I'm putting that on a shirt.
Gosh. Anything else to add, Danny?
Nope.
Okay.
2 stars.
There you have it.
I really want to get onto Tom Popo.
That is our next movie. Let me pull it up here. Next week, to continue with Tape Deck Month, the first Japanese noodle western from 1985, Tampopo. This is streaming on Max. Look at that new black logo for Max. I love it. And Criterion Channel. 4.3 average on Letterboxd. A truck driver stops at a small family-run noodle shop and decides to help its fledgling business. The story is intertwined with various vignettes about the relationship of love and food. Hopefully this is still good for vegans. I'm still just thinking about our vegan friends out there. I just want to support you. We have to stay together. So we'll get into Tampopo next week. Proto, any closing thoughts this week?
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to some April 10th birthdays that are happening today. Mandy Moore turns 41. David Harbour turns 50. Daisy Ridley turned 33 today. Big day. Charlie Hunnam from Lost City of Z turned 45. And Steven Seagal, 73 today.
73.
So happy birthday. And to anyone listening, if your birthday is today, happy birthday to you as well.
Happy birthday, Steven Seagal. When will we cover a Steven Seagal movie on the show?
I'm ready.
We'll see everybody next week for Tampopo.
Seagalgus.
Hello.
Okay.
Seagalgist. My God, that sounds amazing.
$70mm is a tape deck production featuring original artwork provided by Danny Haas. Spiritual guidance and V'ger, the robot who loves movies, provided by Pertalexis. Producer at large Dale_A. And music composed by Cinematric. Prints and other merch are available on 70mmpod.com. This episode was mixed, edited, and produced by me, Slim. Support our Patreon for access to our VHS Village Discord to talk movies with new friends, access to our exclusive episodes in the 70mm vault, discounts on merch, uncut episodes, and a physical membership card mailed to you. To check out other Tape Deck podcasts, find the link in the episode notes. And if you'd like to support our friends at Letterboxd and upgrade to Pro or Patron status, you can do so with a 20% off discount using the links on 70mmpod.com. Goodbye.
This is a Tape Deck podcast.